Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording of Borderlands 2. So, not only have I reset the application, I've gone through the process of trying to reinstall NVIDIA GeForce Experience several times. Apparently it's just not gonna work for me anymore, or it's giving me an error that it can't find new drivers or connect to the servers for like every time. So whatever, that probably won't change anything, but I did notice when I came back out here the audio sounded a little loud. I imagine that has to do with some weirdness on how they are kind of forced to launch video games due to Microsoft and Sony rules. Like, a game has to launch and reach a certain point without touching the hard drive whatsoever. So if there's a volume settings file, for instance, that says actually turn this down a little bit, it'll just ignore that and play the volume at usually the maximum volume. So we can come over here and grab this, and let's just hop into the game and not spend too much time here. Could I get up there? It seems like I might be able to. Like if I was able to hop onto the tops of this, like that. And then it's just a matter of, can I run forward and jump? Nope. Alright, well there's nothing up there anyways. Let's see, we're going as far as quests to this. All these others we're ignoring, so we've got to move the story to our trainer, who we're gonna have to deal with. Oh, I wanted to look at Mad Moxie and just see if the game was loading in the graphics a little bit better. I think it might be, now that we've relaunched. I hope it has. I hope that wasn't just a total unnecessary thing to do. And I guess we're going to Tiny Tina. Is there a vehicle at a reasonable distance over here? Yeah. Yeah, it's just over here, so that's not too far. And this, take this, and we'll just deploy and take this. And here we go. It would be funny if it turned out that it actually wasn't Tiny Tina that was going to be our trainer. Let's see. You could also definitely see Slab show up in this story. That would make sense. Or Mordecai. Like, basically any character works pretty well here, because Mad Moxie and Tiny Tina, while they may be two extremes, they're not that extreme.
And gentlemen, give it up for the wild child, the queen of obscene, that girl who will make
It's really fuzzy.
Tiny Tina!
And I guess you have to keep in Borderlands 3 her name as Tiny Tina. So unless she's just gonna say at the very beginning, I'm not Tiny Tina anymore, my name now is like Teenage Tina or Troublesome Tina or something like that. Like, I don't even know what you could call her if it's just I'm Tina now. And see, that would kind of suck if her character drastically changed in the few years that she would have. It's rumored that she's gonna be aged in the next game. Meet up with your new trainer. Your trainer, as it turns out, is your old pal Tiny Tina, except for the old part, because she's like 13, and maybe the pal part as well, if you don't like it very well much. if you don't. So theoretically, I guess they were assuming some people don't like Tiny Tina. I've never heard anybody ever say anything about not liking Tiny Tina as a character. I think, honestly, she's one of the best characters. Small amount of XP.
I'm gonna be a trainer. Right now you like pow, but when I'm done you're gonna be like pillar pow. Get your butt to the arena and let's do this shiz.
Okay. Break into the arena. So I guess we're taking the back. So it's weird we're like dealing with the arena again, I suppose, but we're moving chapters pretty quickly. Alright. Let's just jump out over here. And this is the secret backdoor entrance. Then we're gonna break into the arena and probably just fight some more people. It feels like that would be the right amount of time. Of course, we're still running into that problem where I'm just so overpowered that these fights are going by really fast.
You got to get those carbs, son. The back of the arena got tons of noms for the workers. Get some cookies so you can eat them and grow up big and strong and kick piston in a butt.
Don't get me wrong, Sugar. I know you don't generally need the help of a trainer, but it'll go over great with the crowds. There's nothing the masses love more than a training sequence.
So, we're not going in the inside of this arena, so they spent some more time designing the outer ring. Yeah, which is it's kind of nice idea to reuse this for something instead of probably having to have somebody do a quick and dirty design of something like this anyways and then not letting the player get anywhere near it. There's a lot of textures and things. And 45 iridium. This DLC still does have the opportunity to hand me some impossibly difficult quests, though. We found one already. So I may just have this whole collection of things that I just can't do on the first gameplay run. It doesn't even really feel like I could grind in the first gameplay through that. Let's see. Let's see. So we've got spawners of torque logo. No, I should just let these guys hit me. Use that shield. So yeah, I'm gonna get to like level. Actually, I shouldn't. They're just gonna explode. So yeah. What's in here? Nothing. Yeah, I just don't think, even though I'm at level 43, I don't think that there's enough content here, even if I tried to do everything, where I could level up, short of power leveling. Sure, if I had somebody who was at level, the max level, which probably is like level 66 if I was to guess, hop in my game, and then we went on and did some fighting or dueled each other, and he let me win the duels. That, like, that might be an issue. That might be possible. Interesting. Torg cookies. Get them while they're fresh. Well, see, that's an interesting idea to animate this, and so you'd want to see something like this come back in Borderlands 3.
They got chocolate chip! As a connoisseur of tasty treats, I can assure you chocolate chip cookies are the for real deal.
Cookie box. C4 for cookies. Blow up 6 cookie boxes in the arena. Interesting. So did I miss some cookie boxes perhaps? Well, I imagine we'll have to come back this way later anyways.
Grenade.
Undercarriage. So this is just like a straight up, this is where you get your concessions at the arena. That's cool. Cool idea. Are these the bathrooms? The Happy Pig. Yeah, it looks like somebody's spent some effort here. Pizza. Let's come over here. There's something over there. And that. Yeah. Yeah, short of power leveling, I don't know how I could get to the max level in the first place here. I don't think it's intended that you can. That being said, there's also some possibility that as we reach higher levels, it might take just more experience. Because I'm really only getting like 1 experience right now, killing a single enemy. If each level is twice as much XP as the last level, which I don't think is actually the case, that wouldn't really work. So maybe there's another system to it. Maybe up to level 50 it's easy to get that high, but then the last 5 levels require a considerably larger amount of experience. That could be it, but it very possibly isn't it either. And no, I cannot jump into the arena even though I should be able to. Visible wall stopping me. There's a lot of verticality in these levels. We'll just found another cookie box.
Protein and stuff if you want to strength train, but I'm like, real badasses eat chocolate chip cookies. I'm gonna get that tattooed across my back in old English.
See, that might be funny if in Borderlands 3 she actually has that has a tattoo. Almost dying here. I'm gonna have to be a little bit more careful.
Goodbye.
We'll go ahead and take this. Blow up every barrel in the arena. Oh man, really? I didn't know that was a challenge. I'm gonna have to look everywhere again. Yeah, we're gonna have to run around a second time and look for barrels and cookie boxes and see what we missed. And these barrels don't blow up, which that's weird to have non-explosive barrels. Just come over here. Now this side is connected to something. so we'll see if maybe there was a gate I am avoiding. And we're picking up guns that are of little consequence. And picking up money, trying to get to that 3 million point. I remember when I tried to duel at one point in either Borderlands 1 or 2. There was this point where I was dueling somebody and my health regen and shield regen was just so fast that they literally could not hurt me at all. So I was just standing there letting them shoot me, and I'm like, you can't kill me. It's impossible. Let's see. Just a couple of things. No Cult of the Vault stuff or anything like that. And it doesn't look like there's a large jump puzzle or anything. Trying to get to the top of anything. That would be out of character for Borderlands. There's this. Hey, there is something over there. Hey, I guess it's not out of character for Borderlands. Spoke too soon. I am starting to realize though that it's gonna be practically impossible for me to ever come back and play this game. I've had my 200 plus hours on it. It feels like now, because I've played it twice, or at least I played the main story twice. So going for a third playthrough is just, it's just not reasonable. Also, it feels very much like this is the game that is proving something in modern time, that games as services just don't work anymore. Like, extremely long games like this were great and exactly what you wanted, and they were competing against things like World of Warcraft or StarCraft, where you were just playing forever and putting hundreds of hours into it. But it's just not what I think most people want, and it's definitely not what I want. I want a 60-hour experience for about $60, or maybe a little less than that, and then that is it. I don't want extra DLC. A great example of that is like the Talos Principle is a puzzle game that came out with DLC called The Road to Gehenna. Because that DLC did not come out when the game came out, and I didn't have like a pre-order or anything that gave it to me automatically, while I own that game, I have never been able to find any time to actually play it. Throwing grenades like crazy. And not only does this become an issue for that specific game being too long, which is really where Borderlands has gone, and see, I don't know how I'm gonna find the energy to play Borderlands pre-sequel.
Wait a minute. Those cookies weren't chocolate chip. Those are raisins. Shaggy! Destroy the food dispensers! With the raisin abomination!
Lethal force authorized. Shooting on.
I just want a chocolate chip cookies! Why do bad things happen to good people?
Here's a Cult of the Vault symbol. So Tiny Tina doesn't specifically act like annoyingly childish very often. I need to look at the map here and see if this really is just a circle. Yeah, it does seem like it's kind of just a circle, so we'll just go in a circle and see what happens, and then we'll come back. But also, I wouldn't say she's quite hit that point. Raising cookies instead of chocolate chip cookies. Depends on how much lines of dialogue they give her towards this. If she's crying about it for a long time, that would suck. If this is just a reason to give you more things to do, then that's fine. So we really, I don't think, have a quest to open things anymore. Feels like that quest should have been longer. Or, you know, these quests, they could do something. If they could hand me 1 XP after level 5 for like every 10 things that are open, or even for every 1 bullet box that's opened. That might be a way to let you grind out those later levels. We're still looking for cookie boxes too. C4 is for cookie. There's 3 more cookie boxes. Seems like there's kind of nothing in these except for bullets. And honestly, if I move around too fast, I'll probably miss something. But I guess we're gonna have to run that risk. Feels like something should have spawned and tried to attack me by now. They have found a way to make a level about running around the arena level. But if this is actually the same level and not just this is actually fake and not loaded in, then I've loaded into this level and despawned in all those guns that were laying on the floor. But I imagine, actually, those probably despawned when I exited the game anyway, so I forget that. Is there any cookie boxes? Interesting. So it seems like we might come back around. So I don't know, maybe that opens up to a Torg office where we run into Mr. Torg or something. Wouldn't be a terrible thought if they had us fight him, even though I know he's not a bad guy. There we go. So we'll start again. We've missed cookie boxes and we missed barrels because we didn't know that those were a thing when we started. Let's see, cookie boxes and barrels. There's a cookie box. still just trying to destroy things pretty quickly. The fact that I haven't found the other Cult of the Vault symbol probably is an indicator of just it's so weird that they are so consistently well hidden that I only find half of them. Like, I don't think the game is cheating. I don't think that this is a case where
Holy stacks suck! Somebody's destroying our food dispensers! In a few months, all the workers will probably starve to death! That is awesome!
Why would you ever make cookies that aren't chocolate chip? You brought this on yourselves, Torg!
excuse me. So, seems like there's a couple of things I missed. Like, there's no Cult of the Vault symbol up here. There's no reason to be up here. Interesting. That was really easy to get up there for no reason. Still looking like a level 31 badass. It's gonna take a few shots, but not that many. Now they're grenades, so we're gonna have to actually shoot some people. I'm still trying to kill a lot of things with the SMG. I don't think I'm quite done with that. There's one Torg token. I gamble a lot of Torg tokens, so like there needs to be some way to infinitely replenish that. That challenge is complete, and I'm not sure if that's actually going to be the case or how that would actually play out. I think there's one more C4 box somewhere around here. Cookie box.
Yes! You did it. Now we'll ever have to fall victim to that oatmeal raisin evil ever again. Come on back, Huggabutt.
So, yeah. I don't think I've done the other challenge. And could be anywhere. I could have missed it again. Looking around. Can't do anything to blow up the nuclear reactor. I don't see any cookie boxes. So yeah, I guess yeah, another challenge. A little too difficult to finish. Really wish there was some kind of item or something you could use to make this a little easier. Oh, here we go. There's still one more cookie. Like one more cookie box somewhere. So I guess I'm going the right direction. Looking all around. I guess it might have been up one of these rooms. I wasn't keeping my eyes upward, so yeah, I could have missed it because of that. Or, you know, there could have been any kind of Cult of the Vault symbol up in a room. This room is still locked. Yep, I'm still missing one cookie box. Yo, did not succeed there. Seems like it's easier to jump over this way, or just walk over that way. Well, I'm not willing to go around the third time. So let's get out of here. Kind of would have sworn that that would have led to convenient ladder here. That would have led us to going inside the arena at some point. But it didn't, surprisingly. Which gives me the idea that very possibly this is the halfway point. But the number of chapters that we're in doesn't really line up with that. Although they're kind of just moving us a chapter forward every time we do any mission, because there really aren't any side missions in most of these. Optional missions, we can even double check. Like, so if this moves us to the next chapter, there was no opportunity whatsoever for a side mission.
Your training is complete for now, Maho. Let me know if you need any more help from a master. Until then, get to a battle board. Moxie's fine ass set up some fights for you that should pull Motor Mama out of hiding.
So, important to remember that I am the assassin, one assumes, the guy. I mean, it could be a female of not so generous proportions, but Tiny Tina just talks that way to everybody. And you wouldn't want her to lose that in Borderlands 3, but also I don't think it makes a lot of sense for it to go too extreme. So we need to go to the battle board to turn in the quest. Interesting. So, is it fastest to go via the road? Probably. Now, this reminds me of the bad parts of Borderlands 1 and 2 in the main game, where you are given quests that are clearly designed to just have you drive around, and there's like nothing more to it than that. It's just, oh, we're gonna make you move as fast as well, not move as fast as possible, but move a very far distance for no real reason. So we turn that in.
Alright, Sugar. Looks like they call this one the Death Race.
Chapter 8.
You've got to speed across the crater and kill a bunch of bikers along the way. If you do well, Motor Mama might lift her shirt for us. Metaphorically.
Go to starting line. And see, now that we're at chapter 8, we can see that there are several other side quests we can do. Let's see, there's a side quest over here, side quest over here, and I don't even know where this is. So, is this the start line? Set. Alright. So we have to start here. I don't know which way I'm supposed to go. Ready, set, go. And we need to reach the checkpoint as fast as possible, I guess. And there's like decapitated viscera on the front of my car. So yeah, this feels like we're gonna go in circles, and if we're not too careful, we'll probably screw up and have, yeah, I guess if we screw up in a few places, we can pick up some side missions. Last time I did a race like this, though, it did seem like it was, it was a pretty close to the number quest, so probably should be using this. Apparently I went the wrong way. Oh no, it's moving the checkpoint and then giving me slightly more time. So I've got about a minute left, so unless it decides to give me more time, I don't know how many times I have to go through this. Do I have to lap it twice? Seems like a long enough race that twice makes some sense. This could have used more explanation, quite frankly. You're gonna go around twice. They could have had Mad Moxie explain that to me. So like 17 seconds. Alright. And see, the problem now is that's a story mission, so I don't want to turn that in, since every single story mission seems to center around moving us one further. What's that over there? Is that just... have I been here? No. Let's hop out for a second. Probably have a decent number of guns that I could sell, so we can, yeah, free up some inventory. Again, everything's just maxed out at level 30, so don't have to even look at them or consider them.
Let me know if anything catches your eye.
Let's go see what this is. There's a big area over here that we must get a mission to do at some point.
Greetings, badass.
Still looking for iridium, so still trying to open things. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to think about skipping Borderlands pre-sequel. I just don't see, if Borderlands 3 does manage to come out in the course of 6 months to a year from right now, I don't see how I will have enough downtime to really miss it. There's a quest to blow up and deal damage via barrels, so that's why I'm trying to still do that. So let's see where this goes. This has a name on it. Nope, no name. So this is probably a next section. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the next character's location, or maybe the next characters after the next characters. The idea of having me fight the top 5 is interesting, but also the way that plays out in Borderlands is weird, because it's particularly since I'm overpowered, it's really just a fight in which I just have to find the person and go through a collection of their minions, and so it's not really any different from just randomly going places and fighting things. Have I been up here? I feel like I didn't look at this map enough. I also feel like I'm probably just wasting time. Let's see. Back to quests. Let's come up here and see what this does. I didn't quite make that. Seems like I'll get this challenge of killing bikers. There's enough of them around. I'm somewhat stretching the game out, certainly. That's kind of the way this is supposed to be. Yeah, when you compare something like this to Rainbow Six Siege, that's like a great example. Or what is Destiny's a little bit closer of a good example to Borderlands, but Rainbow Six Siege, as I understand it, is incredibly small, and yet it's constantly trying to stretch out the gameplay, but they don't write any dialogue or any characterization of the people. They just assume people are gonna play, and people really aren't.
Hey yo, I got stuff I need done, boy.
Never meet your heroes.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Do you know who just arrived at the beatdown? Sully the Stabber. He's my 3rd favorite mass murderer in the entire world. You have to get his autograph for me. Get his signature on this, please.
So,
Please.
a single sheet of paper.
I'm gonna die. He's my favoriteest. He killed every living person on the bathroom list with nothing but a rusty butter knife. If you don't take it, I'm gonna start crying. Please. Oh, baby, please.
Let's just see how this goes.
Baby, please. Yeah, please. That was Please by Tiny Tina featuring the Vault Hunter on bass. Oh my god, thank you so much! Sully's out on the beatdown. Just bring me his autograph and you will be my favorite person ever! Forever!
So we're probably gonna go kill him and then fake the autograph. That would be my guess. Let's go find this. Actually, he's in the beatdown, so we're not gonna do that quite yet. I've already been up here. Let's see. Yeah, there's a quest we need to pick up here, and then I guess we could maybe fast travel to the beatdown. Might work. Let's just go over here. Car does not take any real damage. Let's see what this is. Let's see. A monster prowls the Southern Raceway. Can you slay it? For an iridium.
Listen up, Vault Hunter. A monster is hiding out somewhere in the crater. It's big, deadly, and totally awesome. Go kill it!
And then the other one is prepare to fight in the console wars. A matter of taste.
Buff Gamer here. Today I'm reviewing Diamond Mercenaries 2. The gameplay's pretty dull. It sucked. 6 out of 10. F***ing what? Diamond Mercenaries 2 was awesome! Vault Hunter, find that asshole and kill him because I disagree with his review score!
Unfortunately, a joke like this, where somebody would actually kill somebody over a video game review score, it's gone, at least in the minds of the content creators, most video game developers, it's gone from, oh yeah, this is a joke, of course there's crazy people anywhere who make crazy threats all the time, like, seems like video game companies don't realize that, and they didn't realize that things like Twitter were going to just by default amplify that a lot. So it's gotten to this weird position where a lot of the people who are in charge of running Twitter accounts for video game companies thinks everybody hates them, and they go on the attack, or they get on the defensive and then they try to attack back, which is definitely not what you should do. In that case, there's a thing called grace and being gracious, and realizing that you may be just talking to a troll or somebody joking, and subtext and context doesn't matter. Like, I don't know what really happened where people forgot that, because that was kind of like, people on the internet used to know that all the time. It was like, yeah, the mostly anonymous commenters who were joking or lying or just straight up there 12 years old, you just kind of ignore them. They can't do anything to you. But particularly video game companies have started to take those things way too seriously, and I guess maybe it's a consistent problem with video game developers that they think a tiny fraction of 1% of comments equates to all the comments ever. And that gives you things like Battlefield 5, where the creator, the guy in charge of the company for Battlefield 5 says, well, if you don't like it, don't buy it, and most people would have not even heard of the controversies around the Battlefield 5 trailer if it weren't for the fact that they repeated it themselves. I guess there's a quest over here, and since we're right here, we might as well just take it. The Southern Raceway. We're bringing in a car, which will be helpful, I guess. So we have another raceway, which takes up more area. Southern Raceway, Buff Gamer. This is also the Southern Raceway, so which one is closer? Yeah, it looks like it. Now that's right now, I've got no real complaint about Mr. Torg having me kill a character in Borderlands 2 because he disagrees with the video game things, because that's something Handsome Jack would have done. That's just the crazy world that is established here. It makes sense, it's true to character. Seems like we'll probably have to go around a different direction. Let's see.
I resent you for disliking a game I spent money on. Time to die. Oh crap. Boys, somebody disagreed with the review.
So here we go. We have a bunch of thugs now trying to shoot me. We'll just throw out a bunch of grenades and see how that works for us. And we'll just loot. They're really not throwing a lot of enemies at me.
I'm a shot of pound to your face.
Okay. I guess as a video game critic though, I've not run into a lot of people that violently reacted to my reviews. A couple of them, and I've, for the most part, I think handled them all pretty well. Like, the best response I've found to come back with that is if somebody doesn't like my reviews, which tend to be long and maybe not the most informative, but long and in depth, and it's so easy, particularly on YouTube, for people to just change the channel and change the video if they aren't entertained. But if somebody bothers to complain about what I said, I'll either agree with them because what they said I agree with, which is sometimes the case. Sometimes I just run into problems or screw up completely. Or I'll say something along the lines of, well, you sound very passionate about this, why don't you make your own video? This is YouTube, it's free. Like, you can... So... I know... I did that I responded that way to one video, and the guy was complaining on my...
You gave it a 6 out of 10, which implies it is above average. That was just my opinion.
I didn't even see the guy. I think I just accidentally blew him up. Nope. I accidentally killed Buff Gamer. Health Vampire complete. We are no longer needing those grenades. Alright, so finally, after an extremely long amount of time, we can equip a fire grenade, and we can get rid of this transfusion grenade at level 35. I don't need it anymore. So yeah, somebody came and complained about one of my videos, and I said, well, you sound very passionate, why don't you make your own video?
You've already killed Buff.
And
just leave us alone. He's got a point. Head on back, Vault Hunter.
I think I got a different audio audio line there than what I normally would have gotten. The person who started off pretty aggressively complaining came back and said thank you for your even-handed, I think is the word he used, response. He said like respectful response. So it's always important online where you don't have any kind of tonality to it to just assume it doesn't sound as bad as it might sound in your head, or it wasn't intended to sound as bad as it sounds in your head. Interesting. Doesn't seem like there's anything I can smash there. So I was really proud of that conversation, those messages, because to de-escalating a situation in any environment is a skill that everybody should work on and improve upon, except for in Borderlands and on Pandora, when that doesn't get you anywhere, and that's not the name of the game. Video games are the opposite, and honestly that's kind of why I play video games, like to get into more of a philosophical way of thinking for a second. Like, I play video games that are incredibly violent.
All this violence was more pointless than the stealth sections of Triangle Quest 9. I take it back! Kill them all! The stealth sections of Triangle Quest 9 were a great change of pace from the regular gameplay! Burn in hell, you bastards!
Yeah. Okay. So now that I have no longer transfusion grenades, that means my grenades are not going to just automatically target people. So I'm gonna have to be a little bit more careful, because I'm gonna throw something like this, and it's gonna throw a flamer quest. I wonder if I could just maybe throw this and then let it hit me and see if I can do damage over time to myself.
I vanish.
See, I might be able to cheat the quest by just hurting myself in there. Yeah, when I play video games, I do violent things. When in the real world, I drastically avoid violent things as much as possible, as I think most people would want to. This isn't too bad. It seems like they only explode when they hit somebody, so as long as I can find somebody to hit, I should be alright. But I've got to get it right or it's not going to work. I'm not going to run in there and take damage a second time. I don't know how much. I'm going to have to figure out how much damage to my shield I can do in this scenario. I don't want to buy grenades either. Okay, you want to hit me? Biker's killed. Like, I suppose if I let him hit me, there might be some work I can do there. I'm gonna have to kill. I'm gonna have to kill these guys because, like, people that hit me. Like, I need my shield to go up. And we killed this new game critic, which I guess was this guy. Seems like they're just really labeling bikers as different names. See, I guess the texture is loading a little bit more, but honestly this game is just starting to show its age on the graphics.
Those tasteless bastards are gone. Come on back whenever you're ready.
I wonder if Borderlands 3 might run into some trouble there, just animating at a higher resolution at higher quality. They probably are gonna have to redraw everything, unless everything was in like a 4K or higher resolution in the first place, and then it was downscaled for what it would be a reasonable resolution for when this game came out. Ooh, almost missed some iridium here. I could go to Sanctuary and upgrade my item carrying capacity one more time. Let's see.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
Alright, so there's a quest that needs to be turned in that is back here. And then there's this quest, which is also need to be turned in, and then there's this monster hunter. So we're right to that point where we need to be. We've got these level 30 guns that don't matter. Extra shield capacity, still not really what I need. These other grenades. And see, as soon as I can use up the shield, the corrosive spike shield, that can be majorly increased. Although I think there's a couple other things I probably need to do with some other shields too. Like I probably need a bullet absorb shield. Let's take a moment to look at the quest, because we have actually gotten some stuff done. And interesting, the Torg tokens are just above where the golden keys are. Shield recharge rate is good. And then like reload speed is probably the next one you would want up. Let's see. Wish there was a way to clean all of this up and like hide things that are finished while not changing the sort completely. Let's see. We are making our way to level 1 of Torg tokens, so I don't know how you're gonna get so many Torg tokens unless you get like 1,000 at the end of the game. And I have yet to see any DLC really do that. Items with Torg tokens, I need to purchase one more thing. I wasted a lot gambling. Let's see. Complete all the battles. We're at level 3, level 2, 3 out of 4. Which, I don't know what all the battles mean in this case. We need to kill 3 more bikers and we'll be done with that. Destroying bikers versus killing bikers are interesting. I don't know what that does. I don't think we're gonna defeat Pete the Invincible. I imagine Pete is a dragon. And then we have all these other side challenges that would be DLC. And then there's stuff that I'd have to go back to the main game area to do in a lot of cases. Like, I doubt we're gonna see any buzzards, even though they could be around this area. That'd be nice. A lot of these are done. Let's see, elemental. We're trying to do damage over time, elemental shock, and damage over time with incendiary. So that's what my grenade is right now, is damage over time with incendiary effects. So maybe I could hurt myself. I need to, I guess, do an experiment there and see if I can throw grenades, start myself on fire, and let's see. Let's do this. Alright, where are you? Come on, hit me. So I probably won't even be able to tell. 653223. That looks exactly like the same number it was. So I bet it doesn't work for me. I bet you can't hurt yourself and cheese it. Although you probably could duel people and then use it and work together that way. We're still looking for a considerable amount of orange guns. Like, I don't think that's gonna happen. We haven't traded with any players. I'm just barely below 2 million out of the 3 million, and almost certainly not going to get that done. Vehicle wise, kill an enemy while riding as a passenger, that's never going to happen. Kill enemies while ramming them with a vehicle, we could get some of that done, but probably not all of it. Kill vehicles while in a vehicle, while doing some progress there. Kill enemies using a turret or vehicle mounted weapon, we're making some progress there. Kill enemies by power sliding over them in a vehicle. I don't know how you power slide in this game. Let's see. And then get second wind for doing an incendiary. So this would be really hard to accomplish. I'd have to intentionally take damage, throw out an incendiary grenade, and take enough damage to die while the incendiary grenade was out and hurting people. And I'd have to do that a pretty considerable amount of time. This feels like one of those quests that you would have been able to do much earlier in the game, a lot easier than you can do now. Recovering health still is a big issue. And then same thing with a shock grenade. Just a lot of second wins out of that. Then let's see. Still need to kill a lot of people with bouncing Betty grenades, and a decent amount of people with MIRV, and then a decent amount of chemical sprayer area of effect game grenades, which that's what we're using right now. As far as killing enemies with the shield thorn spike, I need to kill 59 more people with that. That's quite a lot. And then I would have to also use Nova Shield, and then Melee Shield, which I don't think I've used much at all, and then Bullet Absorption Shield. And let's see. There's still some things to do with the rocket launcher, so that's a gun that makes sense. Kill shielded enemies with 1 rocket each. Kill enemies from a long range with a rocket launcher. Get a second wind with a rocket launcher. I should do that one more time. Sniper rifle. We haven't been using the sniper rifle a lot at all lately, so I could see some moving that around. Assault rifle. Kill enemies with assault rifles. Get critical hits with assault rifles. Get second wins with assault rifles, so we can play with this. SMG is completely done though, so like there's no reason to even use an SMG unless I'm just totally out of bullets. Shotguns, same, like we could get second wins with shotguns too. There's a shotgun quest that's undiscovered. See, we're using pistols right now and still trying to finish like the quick draw quests. Killing enemies, critical hits using pistols, get critical hits with pistols. Then melee. We're not meleeing a lot of people. Some of this other stuff, like still need to throw Teodore guns. It's just still a lot of things that you would unlock probably only if you really tried and played a second time. We've done 51 of 70 level 4 optional side missions. You'd have to add all those numbers together, which that feels like that's 80 plus 51. So we've probably done 231 optional missions at this point, and there's not a lot that we skipped. Still haven't found Jimmy Jenkins. See, we've done a considerable amount of challenges, but we would have to do 95 more, and I don't think that you could do that without doing almost every single one of these. Although, if you were to follow a walkthrough, there's probably a decent amount of Cult of the Vault ones that you could just fast travel to an area if you knew where they were. Let's see, Arid Nexus. Apparently there's a hidden claptrap in the Arid Nexus, and these areas here, let's see. Find the hut on the crater rim, finish tier 3 of the races, get the max air off the largest jump in the badass crater of badassitude. Interesting. The largest jump. Okay. Find all 5 missing car keys in the Bloodshot Ramparts. I think the Bloodshot Ramparts are actually not part of this DLC. These are just alphabetical. Yeah. So tons of main storyline areas with quests that have been done and quests that haven't been done that they're not really a concern unless I was going to spend a lot of time. Honestly, though, I'm already saying I'm tired of this game. That it's just given me too much game. It's overly satisfied me. It's turned into a buffet instead of fine dining, I guess. Also, when I don't really have a great reason to... Am I going to try to put more points here and restore my health, or should I start to increase critical hit damage? I guess I don't need to increase critical hit damage, so I should just continue to put points in here. If I level up. Alright. So, we went a little long looking at all the quests, but every now and then it's important to see where we've gotten. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. When you subscribe, click the notification bell, please. If you want to friend or follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+, or Steam, there's a whole bunch of links down below, also battle.net. And if you want to support me even further, you can support me down below through Patreon, or you can